everyone, this is going to be my 3 months update. Sorry I haven't recorded in so long. Things have just been really hard with 2 kids. Harrison is going to be 3 months on the 5th of November, and everything is good. Well, saying that, we've had problems, but the last 2 months have been better. I found the first 2 months, month and a half, really hard. Harrison is just a completely different baby to Morgan. Morgan was really content. He hardly ever cried. I could leave him in the basket and he'd go to sleep by himself. He wouldn't cry if I walked away. Harrison, ever since he was newborn, he was Mr. Hungry Pants. He was feeding every hour and a half for about nearly 2 months, or a month and a half. Then he went to 2 hours and a half. Now he goes 3 hours, but sometimes 2.5. He starts moaning. He's a very hungry baby. He's on the hungry baby milk, cow and gate, and he drinks about 5 ounces. He's very much mummy's boy. If I put him down and I walk away from him, he doesn't like it. He starts crying. He's very needy. He's very moany. Although the last 2 weeks, I've just checked this is recorded. Just ignore the phone. I just put it on silent. Sorry about this. Yeah. So the last 2-3 weeks have been much more better, and he's much more contented. But nothing compared to how Morgan was. Morgan did start to get colic at 3 months, and he would take about 45 minutes to go to sleep at night. That was just me rocking him. But Harrison, it's just crazy how I just assumed he'd be exactly like Morgan, but they're 2 different babies, completely different babies. And the first time round I had a really good content baby. The second time round it was different. And when you've already got an 18-month-old toddler who's really hyper and doesn't really listen because he doesn't understand yet, it's really hard work having a needy baby as well. So I take my hat off to you girls who have got like 4 kids, 3-4 kids or more, and close together, because it is hard work. I had people telling me, oh, you're going to have your hands full, this, that and the other. And I didn't really believe them until I had Harrison. Wow, it knocked me for 6 when we first brought him home. The first couple of weeks, I couldn't think. I was just on the slide, like sitting down, feeding him constantly. I gotta admit, I think I was nearly having like a nervous breakdown or postnatal depression. I was just crying like 5 times a day. I just couldn't cope with it all. So thank God he's, much more contented now and doesn't need me every second of the day, because it is hard work. With me, I didn't have any help with the night feeding. I was only breastfeeding for 2 weeks, and then that was it. I had to put him on a bottle because he was just not getting full at all. But even though he'd been bottle fed since 2.5 weeks or so, I don't have any help from my partner. He doesn't do any night feeds. Reason being, he just doesn't think he can cope with babies in the nights when he's tired. He doesn't really have the natural sort of thing to look after babies, whatever, but I've accepted that because, you want the best for your baby, and you want to make sure he's looked after 100% properly. I know that sounds terrible because I'm talking about my other half, but I'd rather me do it when I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing with him, and as time gets on, like kind of what time they're gonna wake up. and just checking this recording. You know, kind of like what time they're kind of going to wake up when they're 3 months, what they need, what they're doing. You get to know your baby more than your partner does, really, because you spend that more time with them. So I found it hard because I was just getting such broken sleep, no help, and I couldn't sleep in the day. Like sometimes my mother would take Morgan for me, and I still couldn't sleep in the day because Harrison was just, he wouldn't go down, he was always moaning, and I'm such a light sleeper that any little moan, I'd just be awake, so I give up doing that. So yeah, the first 2 months, wow, really, really hard. But on the brighter side, things are better now, it's getting easier. He started smiling a couple of weeks ago. I can't remember now, you lose track. All I remember is on your first baby you remember how many weeks they are each day to the day, when they started smiling, when they started laughing, when they started rolling over. On your second you just lose track of it all. But anyway, he just started laughing the other day now, Harrison did, so you know, things are getting better, and he's interacting with me more and laughing and smiling, so that's really cute. And the downside, I have rheumatoid arthritis, and I've had it since I was a child, and with both pregnancies it completely went into remission. It just goes when you're pregnant because of the hormones. I was one of the lucky ones that it did go anyway. So with both babies, around 2 months, it comes back with revengeance. So yes, my arthritis has been this last 2 weeks really, really bad. I've got it in my elbows. I've got it in my elbows, my wrists, my fingers, my knees and my ankles. So it's worse in the mornings when you wake up. So I was waking up like really, really stiff, all my whole body just aching and in pain, and I've just been so ratty with it each day. So I had to go to see my consultant and have a steroid injection, and because my drugs weren't like strong enough, that they weren't touching it. So I've got that sorted. I've been to the hospital and I've had an injection and things. It's going around my body, and obviously I'm feeling much better. So that's good. Also, I have irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, which is not fun. That played havoc after I had Harrison. I was just constantly on the toilet. Whatever I would eat, I would feel ill and have diarrhea. I couldn't just eat a normal meal and have, you know, go to the toilet normally like normal people do. The pain in your stomach, you feel sick. You think you've got a stomach bug because you're like, oh my god, what's going on? But yeah, that has been really, really bad. That went as well when I was pregnant with Harrison, but it was kind of like different. I won't talk in detail because it's not very nice, it's a bit gross, but those who do have IBS know what I'm on about. It's not very nice at all. So those 2 things are my health problems, which get me down some days, but not every day. So things are better. Harrison is now, he goes down to bed and to sleep any time between 7 and 9, and then he wakes about between 1 and 2 for a feed, and then 4 or 5, and then like 9 o'clock, so it's much better. During the day, with Morgan being so noisy and so wild, he doesn't really go into a deep sleep. He'll only have half an hour here and there, and lately I've been realising that Morgan's waking Harrison up, because I put Harrison downstairs and he wakes up straight away and then he's moany. So I've been putting him upstairs in Moses' basket when he has his little half an hour nap, so he's just more contented, so he doesn't get woken up by a screaming 2-year-old. Well, he's nearly 2. So that's what I've been doing. Trying to think now because I didn't write a list. I'm nearly down to my pre-pregnancy weight, which was 9.5 stone. I went to nearly 13 stone with both boys. Harrison is a little chunk. 2 weeks ago, I think it was nearly 2 or 3 weeks ago, he was 13 pounds or 7 or 8 ounces, nearly 14 pounds, and that was about 3 weeks ago. He's due to be weighed actually now, and he's having his second lot of injections next Monday. He's in size 3 to 6 clothes and has been for a good month really. I'll just show you my belly, my pre-pregnancy weight. I don't like my belly, it's really, really flabby. It's awful. So, sorry to everyone who has subscribed to my videos and has wondered where the hell I've been. I've just been looking after the 2 boys, and most days I tend to go out. I tend to go out and about, whether it's to my mum's or shopping, and just a daily routine just goes so fast that, sorry, I've just got this really old camera because the other one, my partner's taken it with him, so it's like I can't see myself on the screen, so I'm hoping it's alright. So most days, yeah, I'm out and about, and I've just been, even if I'm tired, I'll force myself up and I'll just go up and go, because I don't like to stay in much, because I find with Morgan being so hyper, the day drags and he gets really grizzly, and then we all get moody. So I've been out and about really, and I haven't really thought about, because I'm at the moment I don't really have time to watch YouTube videos, so I haven't been into YouTube, so I haven't thought, oh, I need to do an update. And most of the time, about 5 o'clock onwards, I'm absolutely shattered, and I'm like, I do tea, then I'll bath the kids, and oh, I can't be bothered then, you know. So I just recently watched a YouTube video, and thought I'd try and do an update. I won't be doing regular weekly ones like some of you do, because with 2 kids, I just can't find the time, as I say. So take my hat off to all you girls who have time for updates. Wow, it's hard work. Unless you're a type of person who stays in most days with kids, then yeah. But with me, Morgan he's 18 months old, and he doesn't go to nursery yet, because we can't really afford it at the moment, and I'm home a lot of the time, and my partner's home quite a lot of the time at the moment, so we don't really want to put him to nursery when we can't afford it, and we're both really home quite a lot, because it's a waste. So every Thursday my partner Justin takes Morgan up to his parents, so he has a change of scenery, sees his grandparents, you know. I get a bit of a break then and just have Harrison, so it's been really nice. As much as I love him, like I live in bits, he's my life, both the kids are my life, but it is nice to have a break, because you need that break. Whereas with Morgan, when you have your first child, you don't really feel like you need a break as much. When you have them both close together and your head's going 1,000 miles per hour, you need that break, let me tell you. Even if it's just to clean the house, or have some you time, or take a bath, or blow dry your hair, or do your fake tan, just make yourself feel a little bit better. Because I don't know about everyone else, but after Harrison I felt like crap. I felt like a 40-year-old woman. I just felt disgusting. I'm feeling a bit better about myself now, and makeup helps, and shopping, even though I haven't got the money. But anyway guys, I'm going to go now. Thanks for watching, I hope you're all good. Sorry I don't update as much, but when I do, please watch my videos. Bye!